beautiful soul family, it's Breanne here. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Readings with Breanne. I wanted to do a bit of a tarot dive on California today, specifically Los Angeles, because I was last night meditating and there were certain images that, or I guess I could say impressions that were coming to me, and I seen myself on the Hollywood sign, and I just seen this image of it almost crashing down. Now, is it a symbolism in terms of, I'm sure there's lots of dark situations going on in LA or California in general, or is this more of like a possible earthquake situation where the sign is literally falling down? So I wanted to pull some energy or some tarot on the energy of that. And I've been kind of sitting here connecting with spirit, and they were talking about, of course, heat, a drought, and they talked about a lab. I'm getting something about underground, and I pulled these cards, and I literally got this underground card, and I got the mask card. So it's like the veils are being lifted, but I'm curious to see what comes out of the tarot, because with this underworld card, spirit gave me the word lab, a lab. So I'm wondering if there's something going on underneath LA, or we can say California. You know what though is interesting? I did get a specific place as well, called Mendocino, in California as well. Now that one's a little bit, it looks like it's a little bit situated away from LA, but Mendocino came up in when I was connecting as well. So I'm not sure if there's something going on there, or if it's more LA, or, you know, I'm not too sure. So let's dive into the tarot and let's look at the energies and see if we can dig in a little bit further in terms of this mask and this underworld energy. But overall, friends, I'm like shocked with these two cards. So this is like, I mean, again, with the mask, you can think of, you know, this being that feeling of certain actors, certain actresses. It's like having that mask on. There's a lot of, you know, I feel like dark things that are going on underground here, and we have that underworld energy. So are there things that are going to be revealed pretty soon about what is underground within California here? Because I'm really getting a lot about the suppression of evil coming to be revealed here. So let's pull another oracle here. Again, I'm loving this new oracle deck. I mean, I don't know if it's new now. I've had it for a couple weeks, but probably one of my favorite oracle decks. All right, so let's look at what is the energy and momentum. What's going on in California? What's going on in California, Spirit? The warrior energy came flying out there, and look at that, back of the deck we have the shadow as well. So something's coming out of the shadow here. Okay, so let's pull some tarot and see what's the energies here, what's going on in pertaining to California. Are there going to be some earthquakes going on? Is this going to be some truths being revealed? Maybe they're going through a drought. They talked about a drought and the heat as well. It's been a pretty intense summer so far. So let's see if we can get some guidance. What's going on, Spirit, with California? Five of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Ace of Wands, Five of Swords. Oh, sorry, I grabbed two. The Two of Wands and the Tower. Okay, bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. So I'm really getting a couple different situations with this energy here. But with this shadow card here, look at that. Oh, bottom of the deck too, under that we have the fault line. So I am getting with that tower moment, it's like an earthquake for sure is the energy that's coming out, because that's what I was trying to pinpoint. I was sitting, you know, last night, I guess I should say, when I was connecting, I was placed on this Hollywood sign, and it's like I seen this image of it just falling down. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a certain earthquake that maybe shakes up the Hollywood sign, but that could have just pinpointed me in that specific location as well. But this shadow, this is really about, like, I feel like the unspeakable. This is the darkness coming to surface here. We had that mask card here, so this is the revealing of, I feel like, the certain situations. Now I'm really getting something about underground as well, so we shall see. You know what, I'm taking this fault line as well. Ooh, fault line. And okay, look at that, you guys. Fault line and the cave here, and that's that energy of underground again. Oh my goodness, interesting. I knew I love this deck. Okay, so with this warrior energy here, I'm getting like a big resolution here. I mean, it may be shock, it may be a big shakeup here, because I'm getting kind of two different stories pertaining to, let's say, California. One being an earthquake, especially with this fault line, but I'm wondering if this is, with this Five of Swords, I mean, maybe it's like that feeling of five different earthquakes, five different shakeups, and it kind of causes some, concern, or I don't want to say concern. It's like it causes kind of this confusion, because there's this feel, and you also have, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. There's so many things jumping out at me here. You've got Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords as well. So it's almost like this feeling of fives. I keep seeing that five energy. So maybe that could be like five different earthquakes happening in a row. We've got that fault line there, which is indicating that shakeup for California. But it's like there's something deeper than that. This isn't just your normal earthquake. And we have that warrior energy, which is like, coming through with clarity. This is resilience. It's that purposeful action coming forward with, that meaningful resolution here. So I feel like there are things that are going to come out pertaining to this. So it's almost like these. You know what? Okay, let me take a moment here, because look at this cave. Okay, I'm gonna stop taking cards here because these are all really resonating with me. But we have under there, under the shadow, we had the fault line, the cave, and the ocean. So something to do with the ocean. I mean, I know when I did a snapshot energy of, I think, United States, I was seeing a lot to do with like tsunamis, let's say, that kind of thing. But I'm getting this could be a certain almost explosion. I wonder in a cave, because Spirit was talking about a lab here. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of experiments going on that kind of set off these certain earthquakes, where it's like, well, that's a little bizarre to have this many earthquakes in a row. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that energy. Kind of interesting here, you guys. Now, I will say though, with having this tower, the Two of Wands and the tower in the outcome here of the question, like what's going on? I think my main question was there going to be an earthquake? Like I was thinking in my head, like a big one, but I'm actually not getting it's necessarily that based off this energy. I do think it's going to be noticeable, yes, but there's this feeling of like, look at that healer on the bottom here, the healer and the Four of Swords. This is like allowing time for things to settle down. It feels like it's going to be more of this mysterious shakeup, because I feel like with this energy, it's happening again and again and again. Like it's not a natural occurrence is what I'm getting here, which is going to cause some flags, and it's going to cause that mask energy to reveal something in the shadow. So if we look at the beginning here with this Five of Pentacles energy, this is that hardship. I mean, I feel like whatever is going on, maybe in the caves or in undergrounds, we have that underworld energy, and we had a lot of evil. We had a lot of darkness coming out of the oracles here. This is that energy of certain scandals, certain things that are, guess what, coming to surface here. They're being exposed. Big energy for like this explosion. exposure. I wanted to say explosion and exposure together. So it's kind of like there's this explosion of something going on. Very literally, I feel like could be an explosion that triggers this to be an earthquake or multiple earthquakes with that energy. But it does feel like this is coming out here. The Eight of Swords is that being trapped here. So I'm not sure if this is something that is deliberately set or deliberately done, because it's like these certain forces or people, I don't even want to say people, but certain situations that are happening, these negative energies, negative forces, it's like their hands are tied. There's nothing left here. And it's coming to surface here with this energy. So really, this is them being backed into a corner here. This is their hands are tied back into the corner, and they're just, it kind of, it's at the last string, holding on by the string. Look at that. She's holding these, her hands are being held on by a string here. Now we have this Ace of Wands energy. And what I'm really getting from this is like it's waking people up, because this thing that's happening is not something natural. This isn't Mother Nature, Mother Nature's earthquake. This is something very different. So I feel like this is, the gathering, an event of certain people coming together, and they're joining together and they're waking up. Now, we also have that Five of Swords energy coming out here. This is honestly one of my least favorite cards, this and that Seven of Swords. So this Five of Swords energy, this could be, as small as a little bit of bullying, that intimidation, but this is a very like hostile energy. This is conflict. This is, kind of that feeling of fighting, fighting the wars here. So but I'm getting a very specific message with these five. Like I'm seeing these as being an indicator, whereas there's something that happens and it's happening in a sequence of events. So I feel like it's happening quite fast. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to see what happens, but it feels like that energy of multiple, because we've got that fault line. I placed that also right above that Five of Swords energy. So it's like five different shakeups happening. Maybe they're all in forms of an earthquake or something that people assume is an earthquake, but it's just very weird. It's very weird and not normal is what it feels like. So it's gonna get people searching for answers, asking questions. It's going to shake things up on more levels than one here. Now there is a lot to do with, you got the ocean, the water as well. So I was getting that drought energy, whether that was for California, I'm not sure, but I am strongly getting something also to do with the situation with the water. So maybe there's some kind of like underground cave under the water, maybe where something goes off and creates these earthquakes, or maybe it's on the land and it kind of has this rippling effect. But I feel like there is this energy of the ocean, let's say not necessarily even just the ocean, but water in general is entangled with this reading. So we'll have to see kind of how things unfold, but I mean, we definitely have that tower moment and something going on within California here. Now, as unfortunate like these kind of things are to talk about, again, it's that energy of it's going to create a healing though. There is, these things that have to come out. They have to come out to the surface and, be revealed. That's what this is all about. So things are going to be revealed and it's going to bring a greater sense of healing with this healer energy. Okay, actually look at this as well. You have the healer and you have the warrior, and they both have that snake energy as well. So it's like a big wake-up call, and it's like that earth or the snake shedding its skin as well. So with this Four of Swords energy, it's really going to be a time for, it's like a bit of a stressful situation. I feel like this could be certain, people maybe even having to, go into the hospital if there's certain casualties. I don't see this being, you know, like a major devastation though. I do see like things are going to be able to heal and, you know, recover, but it's kind of like planning for the future and coming together as a collective as well. So even though this seems like something so like, oh, an earthquake might happen, there's something really deeper. There's a deeper meaning and a bigger picture to this certain situation that's happening here. So let's pull a few oracles, but that was definitely an interesting energy that came out. I was curious of why I was being shown that um, impression last night. We have a limitless potential. So this is reset. This is that reset energy. Reset for, look at this, happy family, success, abundance. So it's like uncovering something that's no longer, you know, serving its purpose here. So again, this is that finish line, success and a victory. So it may have a little bit of that tower moment, but in the end, this is something that's like a blessing in disguise energy, okay? So we have that compromise, self-awareness as well, and freedom. And I'm getting, when you look at that 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. This is about freedom. This is setting yourself free, setting the people free as well. So the truth will set you free. So kind of interesting here. So this is letting go what no longer serves you. That's that feeling for California. There's something, you know, that has been brewing in the backgrounds with a lot of darkness, and it's coming to the surface here. And it's going to be something that people can't just ignore, because it's going to be really, I keep getting just weird. It's going to be a little bizarre. All right. Let's take these ones and then let's see here. So, you know what? We have that energy levels as well. So this is, I feel like things are really kind of heating up. Energy levels, energy frequency levels are changing. And it's kind of interesting. Last night, I mean, I was waking up multiple times. I mean, mainly because my little kitty was snuggling me and it was so cute. I was really enjoying the snuggles, but I kept hearing like pops and cracks and like certain frequencies in my ears, and it was really distracting. So it's kind of like energy levels on the earth in general for the collective. They are increasing. Things are, you know, swiftly taking, you know, it's swiftly, you know, building up, let's say. And then the other one that came out was the 2112. Now it's labeled as it's up to you. It's up to the collective. What path are you going to focus on? But this is that energy of someone's watching over you as well. And that's that warrior here. There is somebody, there is something going on that, you know, it says here, even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. So there is going to be a sign we're going to see soon that is going to come out here. And I feel like it's going to kind of propel us into a very positive direction. All right. Wow. All right. Well, let's you know what? Let's grab maybe a couple more cards and then we'll wrap it up here. So I do feel like with that warrior energy here, it's like there is that feeling that there is lots of, I want to say love, lots of, you know, we're being looked after. I mean, there's certain things that we have to go through and certain things that need to happen, but it's also this feeling that there is somebody there. There's somebody there, you know, working in the background. Galactic energy. Yes, it's their galactic warrior family that is, you know, assisting us with this transition. Oh my goodness. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I think that was all I needed there. Let me turn this around. So overall, guys, that's kind of a bit of an energy update I wanted to share with you, just based off some impressions I was getting last night. And I was kind of curious to see what was coming out of the tarot, but we definitely have that tower moment and that fault line energy. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm sending all of you guys love, light, you know, stay safe, you know, maybe have that extra food supply or water on hand. And it looks like though everything will it'll balance out. It's just going to be a little bit of a tower moment is what it seems like for California. But again, lots of love and blessings to all of you, and until next time, bye for now.